Welcome, everyone. We're here. Family and friends of Vincent Cruz, to this wonderful occasion. Bienvenidos a la familia y los amigos de Vince y Cruz a este evento magnífico.
Vince's ability to make connections with people and then in turn introduce those people to the network of his friends is an admirable quality that I wish I was able to do that. Most importantly, Vince introduced me to my wife Trisha, which definitely is one of the most special connections that I've been able to make. And Vince reminds me constantly that I owe him a kidney or I need to name like a child after him.
Dear Cruz, for 31 years I've known you, and although I was happy at first, you were a toothless baby, and therefore I thought you were flawed and couldn't possibly take my spot. You're the greatest gift our parents did for me, and I'm so unbelievably happy that I get to stand beside you on your wedding night. We may fight like cats and dogs, but we make up quick and go on like nothing happened. I think that's a gift we have. You're an amazing person inside and out, and I can't wait to see what you and Vincent accomplished together.
Vince and I were fast friends 15 years ago when we became flatmates along with Adam Stein in Hoboken, New Jersey. After a rather lengthy and colorful interview process, they finally accepted me. In a very short period, one could say we became birds of a feather. I first met Cruz shortly after they started dating when Vince and I joined her and her sister for a drink one afternoon out in Brickell. Their relationship quickly took flight, and here we all are. A miracle which is the culmination of the love Vince and Cruz have for each other, and the miracle which binds these two lovebirds for life, together and in love everlasting. Despite a hint of cheesiness, and mentioned birds of a feather a couple of times along the way, one could metaphorically view today as a joining of two birds and their respective flocks for a life together filled with love. Birds of a feather indeed flock together. Las aves de la misma pluma acuden juntas.
When it comes to big brother, little sister relationships, ours was, well, less than traditional, I'll say. But I've always been heavily influenced by him, and this started at a young age. So my first memory of VJ, we were on our way up to upstate New York to see Uncle Brian, party or something. So it was at that moment where VJ decided to tell me that we were really there to meet my biological parents and that I was adopted. And the more thought about it, I'm like, well, we look nothing alike, so, oh my God, is this real? Inevitably, I'd be bawling and crying in the back seat with my real parents at the wheel.
Love in word and in action. Love in words. Vince and I were catching up, having a little chat over a glass of wine in the pool. And I asked him about Cruz. He said something that will always stay with me. Jake, he said, you know how people always say that life is short. I agree, he continued. But not only can life be short, it can also be quite long if you spend it with the wrong person. With Cruz, time flies, he continued. I couldn't imagine not spending the rest of my life with him.
thing about Vince is that, I definitely wanted him always to find the happiness that he helped me find when he introduced me to his wife, because he definitely deserves it and he deserves the best. And, it's been quite a journey for him to find Cruz. There's been a lot of prospects, and I mean many prospects along the way.
Cruz, do you take Vince to be your husband? To be there with him through good times and bad, for all the days going forward?
I do.
Vince, do you take Cruz to be your wife, to be there for her through good times and bad, for all of your days going forward?
I do.
With the power passed down to me by the state of Florida, Dade County, and this great nation of ours, on this 30th day of December 2019, I couldn't be more delighted to pronounce you two lovebirds husband and wife. Yes, you may now kiss your bride.
Cruz, ever since I've met you, Josh and I instantly knew that you were going to be part of our future. You honestly make my brother a better person, which isn't very hard. I find everything that you have done extremely impressive. And I found that the single most important aspect that makes our marriage work is how we work together as a team. We are a true partnership and motivate each other to be better people. Your relationship already has an amazing foundation, and I am so excited to see your marriage flourish. And Cruz, God bless you. He's all yours. Salute.
Dear Vincent, for not 31 years I've known you, but that's okay because I see how happy you make my sister. And I'm just here to remind you how my parents told my husband, no returns, final sale. This is it. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness. Learn how to be patient with one another, and when things get hard, which they will, remember back to what made you fall in love in the first place. Go with the flow, which I know it's easy for Vincent. Not to you. With that, everyone, cheers and salud to Cruz and Vincent.
To meet Cruz and kind of hear all the wonderful things that Vincent told me about her. She's smart, witty, down to earth, and just a fun person to hang around with. And I got to see, most importantly, how well they were with each other, which just made me really happy. She's definitely the missing piece that I'm happy he was able to find. Vince, you've been family. Cruz, you're now my family as well. So if you ever need anything, I'm here for you guys whenever.